All right, let's jump right in. AI just made school useless. I know, that's a huge claim, right? But stick with me because we're going to unpack a really powerful idea that's picking up steam. The argument isn't just that AI is a cool new gadget for the classroom, it's that AI is the thing that's making the whole idea of school as we know it completely obsolete.
So, right there, that's the core of it. AI has made school as we know it obsolete. It's a pretty shocking thing to hear, but it makes you stop and ask a really important question, doesn't it? Like, has technology finally gotten so far ahead that the way we teach our kids just can't keep up? Let's dig into what that actually means.
And where does this whole idea of school even start? Well, just picture it. Rows of desks, you know the look, right? Everyone facing the front. That design, it was never about teamwork or wild new ideas. It was built for one thing, making everyone the same. And then, how do we measure success in this system? Oh yeah, the good old standardized test. The ultimate game of bubbling in little circles. It's a system that basically high-fives you for memorizing facts and not rocking the boat, but often it completely ignores whether you can actually do anything with what you've learned. So what happens when you put all that together? You get teachers who are totally burned out, you get students who are bored out of their minds. Everyone's just trying to survive inside a machine that was built for a different century. You don't have to look very hard to see the cracks starting to form everywhere. Okay, so let's get into why our schools feel so stuck. To really get it, you have to go back in time and see when this whole system was invented. It's like we're all trying to run the latest software on a computer from 100 years ago. It wasn't designed for our world, it was designed for a world that's long gone. Believe it or not, our school system is basically a product of the industrial age. And look, back then, it was a genius idea. Its job was super clear: churn out disciplined, uniform workers who could stand on an assembly line. It needed people who were good at memorizing things, following orders, and doing the same thing over and over. And for that purpose, it worked perfectly. And this, right here, is the huge problem, the total disconnect. On one side, you have the skills that old system was built on: memorization, obedience, fitting in. But then you look at the skills the world actually needs today, and it's the complete opposite: creativity, being able to adapt on the fly, and solving really messy, complicated problems. We are literally training kids for a job market that doesn't exist anymore.
So, while that old system is creaking and groaning, something else has been quietly built in the background. And this isn't just like a little software update. No, this is a full-blown revolution in learning, and it's all being powered by AI. The biggest difference here is philosophical. Think about it. Traditional school is a lecture. Someone stands at the front of the room and just talks at you. But AI learning is a conversation. It actually interacts with you. And that one little change turns learning from something you just passively receive into something you actively do. So what does that actually look like? Well, instead of getting a grade on a test a week later, AI gives you feedback instantly, right when you need it. It doesn't force you to follow a rigid curriculum. It actually adapts to your learning speed. And maybe the most important part, it's not about just memorizing facts anymore. It's about figuring out how to use those facts to do cool stuff. It's about applying knowledge, not just hoarding it. So, what does this new school even look like? Well, first things first, get that image of a big brick building out of your head. The future of learning isn't trapped inside four walls. It's everywhere. It's a classroom without walls. And listen, this isn't some sci-fi movie stuff. This is happening right now. Think about it. A 14-year-old on their lunch break can whip up a business plan with GPT-5, design a killer logo with Midjourney, and then start taking a college-level psychology course. I mean, wow, all the tools for creating and learning amazing things, they're not locked up in some exclusive university anymore. They're right at your fingertips. This completely redefines what school even means. Your new teacher? It's an AI study buddy that knows you, tracks your progress, and pushes you with new challenges. Your classmates? They're not just the kids in your town. They're creators from all over the world, sharing their work. And the final exam? Forget multiple choice. Your final exam is building something real, a project that actually proves you can do the thing you learned. So, let me ask you, in a world where your success is measured by what you can actually build and the problems you can solve, does a report card with a bunch of letters on it even matter? It just feels like a fossil from a bygone era, doesn't it?
Okay, this all sounds pretty incredible, right? So you're probably wondering, if this is so great, why isn't every school on the planet doing it?
Well, the resistance, it really boils down to this epic battle between two things: control and curiosity. See, the old model of school is all about top-down control. There are gatekeepers, the authority figures, and they hand down knowledge. But AI just blows that whole model up. It democratizes everything. Suddenly, expert-level knowledge isn't just for a select few, it's for anyone with a Wi-Fi signal. And for the institutions that built their entire existence on being the gatekeepers, that is a scary, scary thought. And this is such a powerful way to reframe the whole issue. We always hear people say our schools are broken. But what if they're not broken at all? What if this system is actually working perfectly, just for a world that disappeared 100 years ago? The problem isn't that it's broken, it's that it's outdated, it's obsolete.
So, in this completely new world, what do we do? How do we thrive? Well, the whole focus has to shift. We stop being passive students waiting to be taught, and we become active learners, people who take the driver's seat and direct their own education.
And I know what you're thinking. What about the teachers? But this isn't about getting rid of them. Not at all. It's about upgrading their job. Think about it. If AI can handle all the boring, repetitive stuff, like grading papers and planning lessons, that frees up teachers to do what only humans can do, to inspire kids, to mentor them, to teach them about empathy and teamwork. Their role actually becomes way more critical, not less.
So, this brings us to a really cool conclusion. Education isn't dead, far from it. What's happening is that the old, rigid, kind of lifeless thing we call school is fading away. And in its place, something new is emerging, something dynamic, personal, and exciting. It's a new kind of learning that's truly alive, and it happens everywhere. And that leaves us with one last really important question. See, this isn't some theoretical debate about the year 2050. The tools are here. The revolution is happening right now as we speak. So the real question isn't, will AI replace school? It's, will you be ready when it already has?